Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Talk Thursday. Today's video is going to be a little bit more different. It's not going to be like about a story. It's going to be more about a topic and more about something that's changing in my life. So as you can tell by the title of this video, I am trying to go dairy free. Now I think I haven't had dairy, or not dairy in general, but I haven't had any like milk for maybe 2 months, I want to say now, if not even a little bit less. I've seen huge changes in myself. It's mostly physically that I've seen a huge change. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit why I want to go dairy free and how I kind of started to go dairy free. Like I would drink so much milk with cookies, with cereal, with like everything. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a backstory before I start talking about that. I used to have really bad acne. I want to say 16, 17, during that time I had some pretty bad acne, and even before that. And I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that I was consuming so much milk. And I know because as soon as I stopped drinking as much milk as I was drinking, which was usually, I would only drink milk like that's all I would drink was milk throughout the day. So I've never been a big fan of juices. I was never a big fan of water. So literally for breakfast I would have milk with my cereal. For lunch I would have whatever I was eating in a glass of milk. For dinner I would have whatever, and if we had juice, sometimes I would have juice, sometimes I would have milk. So it's just, I would literally have milk with everything, and I know that sounds gross. I would like even have milk with hot Cheetos. Like I was literally obsessed with milk. I had some really bad back acne, and so I was kind of doing my research trying to figure out like what can cause it. It said like it could be your conditioner, or it can be drinking milk, being slightly intolerant to milk. I didn't cut off drinking milk completely, but I just stopped drinking as much, if that makes sense. So I did see a huge change in my skin. And so that's kind of when I kind of stopped drinking milk. So I wasn't drinking it. I was still drinking it every single day, but not as much. So I would just have it with cereal, or at night I would have it with like some cookies. So that was what happened there. And then moving on to when I started going to cosmetology school the year before that, I was drinking a lot more water because I was being a lot more active. So I would always carry my water with me throughout the day. So I was drinking a little bit more water, not as much as I should, but definitely more than the usual. And then going to the point where I decided to full on cut drinking milk was about 2 months ago. My friend Ginger had shown me and my sister a video of kind of the whole dairy farm situations, and I don't want to say that all dairy farms are like this, because I know that they're not all like that video, and I will link the video down below. It is a little bit explicit, and it does show a lot of graphic images, so definitely be aware that that's in that video, but I will link the video down below. But that video kind of grossed me out, to be honest, because I wasn't planning on not drinking milk. It kind of grossed me out, and I know, again, like I'm gonna say, not all dairy farms are like that, and not all animals are treated cruelly, but it kind of just grossed me out to the point where like even looking at milk or trying to serve myself a glass of milk was just, it just gave me like this really sick feeling in my stomach, which had never happened before. So I decided then that I was just gonna not drink milk, and it kind of just happened like because I was so grossed out at the video about what they said was in milk that's the reason I stopped, as I was just kind of like not drinking milk, and I started to see some dramatic changes. Maybe about like 2 months ago, or maybe 1 month, maybe 2 months, I don't know. I started working out, and not like every single day, but I started working out kind of sporadically whenever I felt like it. And just by the times I've worked out, I've seen a dramatic change in my body, and I know it has to do partly with exercising, but I had never seen such fast results. And I had also heard about Khloe Kardashian, who said that she had been going to the gym and exercising, and it kind of got to the point where she just plateaued and wasn't losing weight and wasn't gaining any muscle weight. So she decided to cut dairy out of her diet as well. So I kind of thought like, oh, well, if it worked for Khloe, I mean, it might work for me. So I then completely cut out drinking any milk whatsoever, not even on occasions, like never. I haven't drank milk ever since. I started to see dramatic changes in the way that my body was. I remember I just had a little bit more of like a gut, and now I feel like my stomach is a little bit more, not flat to say because I know it's not flat, it's just a little bit more, less bloated. Once I saw that, I was just like, okay, there's no way I'm gonna go back to drinking milk. I've also dramatically seen a change in my skin. I think it's probably in conjunction with the fact that I've been drinking a ton more water now since I'm not drinking any milk and we don't have any juice at home. That's another big thing, is that I think part of the weight loss and part of the fact that my skin is looking so good is that I'm not drinking any milk and not leaning towards that. And so it's leaning me to drinking more water. The fact that I'm not drinking milk is making me like not crave any cookies. Or not even want like peanut butter jelly sandwiches, which used to be my favorite. I would literally have one of those every single day. So it's just dramatically changed my life, and I'm gonna be trying to go completely dairy free, but I know that I'm trying to do it like a step at a time. Like, they have a ton of different kinds of milks that aren't like dairy milk. I tried to drink almond milk and I just couldn't do it. And then I tried coconut milk and I could do it. I don't like to use it as like a milk substitute, because then that's just gonna lead me back into eating like cookies with coconut milk, or you know, like coconut milk with a peanut butter jelly sandwich, something that's higher calorie. So I'm also trying to watch that. This is the hardest part because I love ice cream. I know they do make dairy-free ice cream, but I feel like it's not the same like regular ice cream. We made macaroni and cheese the other day, and instead of using regular milk, I used coconut milk to kind of substitute it, and it tasted exactly the same. And it's also really good because the calories per glass of milk to the calories per glass of coconut milk or any other kind of milk are so much higher. So regular milk has so much more calories than like coconut milk or almond milk. I think that's another really good reason why I've also been losing some more weight. It's changing my life slowly, and hopefully I will try and go completely dairy-free like in the next couple of months. So yeah, if any of you have tried like a dairy-free diet or are trying to go dairy-free as well, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching. My sister doesn't even drink milk, huh, Casey? Nope. I bought dairy-free butter today. I was looking for dairy-free cheese. You want to make an appearance?
There's a psychotic person at my work today.
Why? Now you guys can go stalk her. She works at Baskin Robbins.
Oh, Tiger Creek.